This will be a very short lecture. Psychiatrists like to retrospectively analyze historical figures for diseases, symptoms, etiologies. They have no idea about etiology, so they diagnose. Alexander of Macedon, megalomaniac. Hellenic worlds, mass psychosis. They interacted with gods, they seen them sometimes. Joan the Arc, schizophrenia. Did any psychiatrist achieve anything great in his life, apart from being a psychiatrist? Now, how to eliminate political problems, liabilities. How to compromise their whole life, make them insane. How can we make someone insane? That is natural, that's all in the mind. Well, psychotronics, cybernetics, dark ops. The techniques are known. Plus the other side, we've got plenty of naughty entities that may make somebody's mind insane. Now, throughout years, I've learned how to talk through the psychiatric paradigm to save my ass. I've learned and mastered the psychiatric paradigm reading plenty of books on psychiatry, knowing that psychiatry is one big fucking bullshit, big lie, just like religion. It's a tool of power. And you may ask, well, there are people that are deranged and they need help. Do they receive help from psychiatrists or just sedation? Do these psychiatrists know the etiology or not? Once as a prisoner of a closed ward, of a psychiatric institution in Eastern Europe, I observed the behaviors of patients. And closed wards are much worse than prisons. You've got all sorts of disturbed people, loonies. Plus the dead that I could observe, the ethereal dead, demons, dimensions connecting to the heads of people, larvae, ethereal larvae drilling the heads of schizophrenic patients, connecting to their Broca's area and audial core, creating those demi-identities that feed off the psionic mental energies. So, once upon a time, at night, there was a person screaming terribly out of pain. And I've seen 4 or 5 shadows, wraiths, taking sharp things and putting it through his body. Now, he didn't experience any physical damage, but he felt pain throughout his nervous system. How come? Because certain entities interact with our biochemistry, with our neurological systems, circuitry and so on. And they may elicit such and such reactions. But to a psychiatrist, it's a hallucination, tactile hallucination. Caduceus, Herculean. So that was a visual hallucination, like this dead lady next to me that you don't see and you won't see, hopefully. So, and I asked this co-patient whether he sees those wraiths torturing his body. Back to the Middle Ages. He says, my psychiatrist said that I should treat them as hallucinations. And I then decided that to sensitive people, psychiatric patients, exactly, you shouldn't explain too much, because psychiatry is a safe haven of lies that manages the symptoms and makes everyone happy, right? Just like religion. Give fools what they want. Let them believe in Jesus the Jew and they'll be happy. So a whole arsenal of a fake science called psychiatry was created around plenty of anomalies, plenty of things that people experience around the world daily, but they don't know how to order it because it's a civilizational disease. I'm a bit like a two-headed doctor, one head for the spirits, metaphysical and psionic combat, magical combat, one head for mortals, humans. So we don't speak to regular human beings about things we see, experience, because that would not fit into their minds, their civilizationally conditioned minds. We don't talk to psychiatrists about our beliefs and realizations or mystical affairs, occult affairs, magical affairs ourselves? No, we don't. That would be a no-no and send us straight back to the hospital. However, psychiatry is a safe haven, an umbrella term in this society which is civilizationally conditioned not to accept such anomalies in societies. So a bit of a Machiavellian honest twist. And with all this, knowing that there are parallel worlds, metaphysical worlds, that are continuously coexisting with us, that the psyop, cybernetic ops are continuously run, sometimes oblivious to the other side, and the demonic darlings that hook up under it, the dead. Manifold and multitudes of palaces of dimensions and spirits inhabiting them. Let's call them spirits, the traditional way. Well, humanity at large is oblivious to it, apart from those who see, interact, or commit to certain forces and walk with them. And you may incite psychosis in someone by sending in some demons, destroying their mind, by more intrusive combat, radionic, cybernetic combat. And how to discredit a person better than by making him insane? Medical record, not a political career, societal career, you are predicted to be a dissident, a dangerous liability. Pop goes insanity. And then you have shit all over your papers, so don't even try to. They'll smell you, politically bury you in shit. And all of a sudden, when the danger ceases to be, that means that you are politically inept. All of a sudden you become sane again. What happened? Well, I can still see the spirits, right? The psychiatrist saying, I will be a psychotic. I don't give a fuck. So, there are people that have organic damage to their brains, yes. People who have intellectual deficiencies, yes. But most of people who experience certain anomalies and experience very intensely things, they are sensitive, they mediumize. In modern days, they have no place to turn to. Religion? Bullshit. Psychiatry? Lies. So they start building delusional systems. Someone is spying on them. Somebody is harassing them. Well, maybe 4 demons incite a little bit of a harassment campaign to make that person insane and eliminate him as a little magician beginning. Or maybe someone wants to make you believe in delusions of persecution. Then you tell to a psychiatrist, they're watching me, but who? Who's watching me? Well, I see who's dealing the cards. I see the spirits, the entities. But I won't tell it to a psychiatrist because he'll take me for an insane person, right? But to them who do not see, think that they are persecuted. And they are. But by whom? You won't tell it. That's why they use the term the them, the they. Now, for most of the time I can identify the entities, the spirit, the agents, the souls, magicians who are interfering. But again, you're on your own, like a lone wolf operation. There are freaks that convert to religion, that gives them some happiness. There are people that buy the lies of psychiatry, that gives them some sedation. But if you're a full-on dissident and a combatant, after years of experience, your mind grows tough, resilient. You multiply toughness by toughness, resilience by resilience, and you start putting in a critically acclaimed fashion with social sciences, strict sciences, with arts, with magical arts, performances, theurgy, or Goethe even. You start to build your own path. And you know of the risk that you may go insane on any part of this journey. But educating yourself critically in all these matters also saves your ass. Because instead of being a resident in a psychiatric hospital for the rest of someone's life, you know how to prevent that and how to fortify your mind, how to strengthen yourself, how to cooperate with divinities, with the spirits, with the demons, with the dead, in order to keep your mind sane. And as long as your mind is sane, you are useful. It's sometimes better to be without arms, with your arms cut off or your legs cut off, while having a sane mind. I have a saying that when the mind goes insane, decompensating, everything else goes. Your work, your family, your friends, acquaintances, career, political or otherwise. It's removed. You're just a loony. And what is the difference between a political dissident made insane or a magicka made insane? From a regular psychiatric patient, from the perspective of a psychiatrist, there's none. From the perspective of a society, you're just another nut. And don't try to explain it to anyone. I'm just portraying certain things. And after a while, your critical thought and your interpretative mechanism and discernment grows very strong. Your education, your skill in many things, like a tool set, is very useful in offensive and defensive campaigns. And you are no longer a prisoner of psychiatry. And you don't buy the bullshit of religion. But you progress. Leave those paradigms, light years behind. That is not to deny science, let's be skeptical. It is just to posit that psychiatry doesn't know any etiologies. And as such, just like Judeo-Christianity was a metaphysical lie, or a lie created politically, having no idea about metaphysical realities or ways of interacting with them, mysterious office. So psychiatry is a lie that was built upon misunderstanding and lack of information and the rationalization of anomalies that were present throughout centuries of human existence and were well understood by some. And if you are a psionic, a magician, don't even try to find understanding amongst psychiatrists. You would be an idiot. Experience, stop skeptical learning. Why do I utter these few words of mine? I know I won't fight with the giants of lies, either Judeo-Christianity nor psychiatry. But at least I opened another front in my life as an experiment to see what might happen and what might not. Thank you.